Well, good morning everyone. Now that I had some coffee, I can kind of think a little clearer. There's probably a lot of background noise right now. If there is, I apologize, but I don't have a mic yet and it's raining. But ultimately the whole reason why you probably clicked on this video is because of the title, what is a Shapeoko? Or you've seen a couple other videos before where I was trying to throw a little teaser in there about something I built that was going in this corner. Well, what that is a CNC machine. Shapeoko is a brand made here in the United States. I decided to go with it because of the reviews alone. There's other good CNC machines close to this price range. This one still had probably one of the better prices compared to quality. And while I was working on it, you can really tell the difference. The machine alone weighs 70 pounds, and this is a small one. There's two other sizes. They have the XL and the XXL. Cutting space I have on this one is a 16 by 16. But the neat thing is you still have a lot of open room here and back here. So if you have a longer project, you can center that up and still CNC in the middle of that panel or whatever you're cutting. So you might have a 16 by 16 inch cutting space, but you can still do boards that are much longer. You're just limited to the amount of carving that you can do at one time. I've seen videos of people out there that actually will seam them together, and then this machine is also capable of doing all the way up to true 3D carving. And that also depends on the software that you're using and your level of expertise there. Once again, I had no idea what I was doing when I got this. I was a little intimidated. What's a CNC machine? All I know is it does cool things if you know how to do it. But it installed very easily. The instructions were very easy to read. Once I kind of figured out some of the software, how to install it and how to kind of use it, it actually cuts very well for a complete newbie with no experience. So if you stay tuned, I'll run you through. We're gonna get it built real fast. Just a quick little snapshot. I was thinking about going in detail, but I'm not. There's too many other good videos out there that has a lot more knowledgeable people about how to install it. And once I get to the end, I'll tell you a couple things that I found out along the way, and a couple things that I really do like about this machine. Spoiler alert, I haven't found anything I don't like about it yet. But once again, that is coming from a very limited scope. But stay tuned and let's watch it. So that was the build process. Now just a quick little what the machine can do. Once again, very basic, but watch this. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm very impressed with Shapeoko so far, even down to their customer service experience. I've contacted them a couple times, and each time they've been very prompt to respond back. One of the reasons why it took me a little longer to finish putting Shapeoko together is the instructions was calling for a grommet, which made sense, and I didn't have it in my package. I wanted to double check what size they use, and I emailed the company, thinking that I probably wouldn't get a response back maybe a day or 2 days later. I went ahead and went fishing, and just within several minutes later I had a response back. I mean, I was already fishing, so I wasn't coming back, but that was really impressive. It's an American-made company. Their Shapeoko is put together very well. I don't remember if I said it, but just this one alone is 70 pounds. It came with everything I needed, except for just a couple items, and I'll show you those in a second. And what else I really liked is the little baggies that came. Those are really good baggies that everything was in, which is perfect. I can recycle those. I'm gonna be using those for storing my pre-made leaders for fishing. What I noticed I needed was razor blade. The hardest part about putting this whole thing together was breaking open the boxes. This really was easy. Being a complete beginner, I was surprised how easy all it was. The directions, you have to download the directions, but as you download the directions, they're step by step. It did get a little confusing in the electrical part, but there's nothing that you can't find with great videos out there with guys that help you walk through them and put them together. I used a flathead just to run my belts through. Well, you can't see it here, but to run my belts through, just to help, because I couldn't get my fingers in the slots. And then I needed these clippers to cut down the strings, not the strings. I needed these clippers to cut down the zip ties, so they weren't sticking out everywhere. I needed 7/32. I don't have an actual wrench that small, so I just used a socket. That way I could hold the nut for putting the switches on. It worked great. I also needed a 10mm wrench. They do provide a 10mm wrench. The problem with that is it's just one of those little cheap flimsy ones, and these screws back here, they're designed to where you're only supposed to turn them clockwise. If you turn them counterclockwise, it could loosen them. But as you turn them, they're odd shaped, so you're putting more tension or less tension on the belt. And as I was trying to turn them with the 10mm they sent me, it was starting to bend. So I just grabbed a better wrench. That's about gonna wrap it up. I mean, this video was really good. Hopefully I can bring you some better designs than just a basic cut. I don't know about y'all, but I do like watching those videos when people are doing the 3D carving and stuff with these machines. So I can sit there and watch them. So once I get caught up on the software and designing of that, I'll have a couple more videos there. But overall, so far, really impressed, and I appreciate y'all watching, and I will catch y'all in the next video.